Professor Wole Soyinka expressed his solidarity with those who may have felt left out by the most recent national honors recognition.
There have been many, many grades of participants who not on a list like that. And I think we should accept the fact that it's inevitable in any struggle which is so multidimensional, cut across the entire sweep of the nation, professions, call it whatever you want. The military itself, the clerical, academic, market women, factory workers, and so on. So I want you all just to see those of us who are honored as mere representatives of a vast movement. That really is vast. This little bit of participation.
How do you assess how far we've come from June 12, 1993 to where we are today, where there's one state that is not under democratic rule? There's question marks around freedom of speech. People are being arrested left, right, and center, although quietly. A number of things that we can list. Have we really moved forward and deepened our democracy since June 12, 1993?
You know, sometimes one gets to a point where you feel that maybe there is a slave gene embedded in certain sections of humanity. In other words, that some people, some kinds of people, some breed of people feel happier being enslaved. Otherwise, how explain the spread of the state of military dictatorship just spreading across the West African sub-region to the acclaim of people? I explain the fact that when we had this political tiff here nearly 2 years ago, the first movement of some sections of people go to the military headquarters, inviting them to come again and run this nation, no matter what the problem is. How do you explain what is happening in the United States? How do you explain that? This man said, I will do this when I get there. Some of us said, watch. He will not only do it, he'll go further. And yet, the American people voted and put that same man back in power. How do you explain it?
He shared his views on the recently launched memoir by former head of state Ibrahim Babangida titled My Journey of Service.
I called him and I said, your memoir is not yet finished.
He urged the current government to lead the quest for national healing from the pains incurred during the fight for democracy by bringing closure to unresolved killings and casualties.
Let us know what really happened. Till tomorrow, we don't know factually who killed Delegiwa. We do not know who killed Bola Ige. But there are clues. Those clues exist. Let me tell you something which happened now that we're reminiscing. During that period of Bola Ige, many things go on which, of course, are not publicized. We began our own pursuit of truth. And I recall a group of us went to the American embassy. We'd learned that the Americans had offered help, their own detectives, their own methods of detection. And so we visited the American embassy to ensure that that government was made to accept help. We needed help from wherever it came. I mean, your Attorney General of Justice is murdered in his bedroom on his way to take up a United Nations post. Oh, heaven and earth should be turned upside down until you get to the bottom of that kind of assassination. So we went there and we said, don't listen to this government. If they say anything like territorial integrity and people just can come and interfere in Nigeria, I said, please, don't accept it. Whatever help you offered, make sure that it is accepted. Let us enter this as a challenge for Tinubu. Bring up those files, dust them out, pursue those clues, reinvestigate, call back witnesses. There are many of us who have lots of clues to offer from our own modest investigations, and they're all over the world. Find out those who deliberately polluted the line of clues that would have led us to certain answers much earlier.
After an engagement filled with wisdom, reflection, and insight to move forward, the ball has been thrown into the government of the day's court to chart a way forward. Vimbai Mutiniri Ekpeyong for Arise News.
Uganda. These are all people who liberated their people.